morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Love in Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Today, we'll be talking about residents were evacuated from a Dubai Marina tower after a parking lot collapsed.
Sounds horrible, but we're going to be also going to be talking about KHA released a list of updated COVID-19 protocols for private schools.
And we want to get your thoughts on Inside Dubai. Have you seen it? Have you heard of it? It's another show that documents the uber rich and how they live a very, very lavish life in Dubai.
As well as UAE temperatures dropped to 3.4 degrees Celsius today morning. So more on that later. But good morning, Casey. We started the show a little late.
We did. A few hours. Sometimes you just need to sleep in.
Exactly. We deserve a sleep in.
But we have the whole team here this morning, and as usual, guys, if you're just joining the show, we're in our green screen room for a limited time and a limited time only before we move to our brand new studios in Production City. But
I'm gonna miss this. It's a nice, cute, like it just makes it look like so much is happening.
I like the green screen. Can we just keep the green screen forever, guys? Is that?
We'll have a new one.
A new one?
We have
our own.
But we'll put something on it, so it'll be interesting. Obviously, if you're watching on Facebook, this is not what you see. You actually see a nice, much more prettier backdrop.
And when we talk about NFTs, we can have money raining behind us.
Can we do that?
I think we can do anything. No, yes, we can.
Oh, what a year. So much to look forward to.
Yes.
As always, we see your comments. We love to read them. So Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're watching from, drop us a comment. Someone saying green tea. Good name for the green screen. You know the way we were looking for a name for this room? Green tea. Smart.
The green room. No, green tea.
Both work. Let's jump into our top story that broke yesterday. Residents were evacuated from a Dubai Marina tower after the parking lot collapsed. So residents of Dora Bay Marina, a waterside residence in Dubai Marina, were evacuated after the parking lot floor beside the building collapsed. Residents on the lower floors of the 21-story building reportedly heard a booming sound, and then the fire alarm went off at 1 a.m. When they were all evacuated. They were told that they could go to a hotel for 2 days, which the building will obviously be provided for while they make sure that the structure is secure. So they were given their opportunities to pack their bags. So a bit of a scary situation at the time. They've been moved to a hotel nearby for the 2 days. But if you see the photo, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Instagram, go on to Facebook in a little bit when it's live. You can see the kind of depression in the parking lot. So yeah, it's a safety concern, and we're just really feeling for the residents who had to leave their homes for 2 days, and hopefully you'll get back in sooner rather than later.
Such a construction hazard, and the fact that it even happened and took place in the first place, it's very scary. I'm sure some cars may have been affected by this, like some damages may have come onto the cars.
Well, so when we say parking lot, it's kind of like, if you think of it as an outdoor one, and it's there's like a depression in the ground. And you can see there was no cars there. So like, let's say for example, this is the parking lot. The ground kind of has sunken in a little bit. That's what happened.
Oh my God, that's scary. It's great that no cars were affected by this.
And the latest reports that we have are that no one was injured, which is fantastic. And yeah, it's just a rough time for the residents, so we're just kind of thinking about them and hoping they can get back into their homes. The homes are totally fine, like there was nothing damaged there, but yeah, these stories.
But it's great that the building is taking ownership of it, and they're like, okay, you know what, till we fix this entire thing so there are no more calamities or no more damages, we will be shifting everyone to a hotel room. So at least that is like one silver lining for for residents. But of course, any change, especially in the beginning of the year when you're trying to adapt to the new work week with work and schools and COVID, it's a hassle. Like, it's not like, oh my God, a hotel room. That's not ideal at all.
No.
But yeah, I don't know, the story really impacted me. I was dreaming about this last night.
What?
Yeah, so weird.
What was the dream like?
It was as if it was happening in my area, and I'm just like, this happened somewhere else. I don't know, just those dream thoughts.
When you have those dreams, it means you're stressed. That always happens to me. It's like this morning, I was dreaming about work It's actually dreaming about. I'll tell you about that after the show. Anyway,
we're always dreaming about work. Moving on to our next story, KHDA released a list of updated COVID-19 protocols for private schools. Now, the Knowledge and Human Development Authority (KHDA) have released an updated list of changes in protocols for January 2022 onwards. Now, for the semester, on its website for private schools, and the detailed update mentions that all trips, events, PE lessons, extracurricular activities, and internal gatherings such as assemblies and performances must be put on hold for the next 2 weeks. Now, adding that any and all updates on the same will be shared as quickly as possible. Now, if you are wondering what happens if students have COVID symptoms, now students who have COVID symptoms must not go to school. Instead, schools must give students showing any and all COVID symptoms the option of distance remote learning. Now, students may return to school when they no longer show any symptoms, and a PCR test is not required for them to get back to school.
That's interesting. And also, what happens if students or staff are identified as close contacts? So if you are identified as a close contact by the school's health and safety officer, you must quarantine for 7 days. Students must be given the option in that case as well of distance learning. A PCR test is not required for close contacts to return to school unless they develop COVID symptoms. So this is really beneficial information for all students, teachers, parents. Household members of the close contact do not need to self-isolate unless the close contact develops COVID-19 symptoms.
So, I mean, I didn't know this. Like, it's so interesting that it's not a mandatory for students to get PCR tests. And that too, knowing that the variant is, before it's like if you had any contact whatsoever, you isolate, you get yourself tested. But now we know it's not as, it is contagious, but not everyone catches it. So the fact that they're like, no, we still want our students back on campus, we want them learning, the PCR test, like only if they show symptoms, which should be the case now. Like this, as we move on with
it's
the
progression,
virus,
right?
yeah,
It's like
exactly.
We were doing something for a certain amount of time, and I think they re-looked at the situation. There's probably a lot of pressure on testing centres at the moment because of the number of people getting tested, but was it needed? So now they've reduced the need for a number of tests when it probably wasn't as necessary.
Exactly. And if you guys want more information on this, they have a full detailed FAQ set up on their website at the KHDA website. So just get on there and you can check everything. And they talk about testings, they talk about buses, distance learning, COVID-19 vaccinations, and how long the updates will last for. And are face masks still necessary? They still are. They're still mandatory, of course. And it's all these changes are done in line with health and safety protocols for your utmost safety.
Back to school. That was a cool shiver. Okay, let's jump into our next story.
Sure.
Have you seen Inside Dubai? So it's a BBC documentary, and it is another show documenting how the uber rich live a very, very wild, lavish life. So it's called Inside Dubai. It's a BBC production that shows the extremely wild life of the uber rich, from private jets and insanely huge megabuck mansions to number plates worth millions of dirhams. This show has it all. It documents a number of residents from all over the world who are living here and who call Dubai home, and it also documents the history of how expats have lived in Dubai in various ways over the last few decades, because of course they haven't always lived in megabuck mansions here.
Yeah.
Dubai was very different to expats 20 years ago as it is today. In the show, you also see the contrast of people living in Dubai Hills. These people have potentially a staff of 4.
God.
It's really crazy, versus their staff and how they live. So, for example, there's an amazing story of their chef Hazel. I've only seen the first episode. She works for a family in Dubai Hills. She's a very talented chef. And then, you see the contrast of the family, and let's say some families who have no concept of money, versus the staff who then go to what they're doing on the day off, which is going haggling in stores, right?
Okay.
Versus people who have no concept of money. There's a Swiss socialite who shows off her designer shoe collection, which is worth 1 million dirhams, and she doesn't know how many handbags she has.
Oh, I wish I was at that level, not knowing how many handbags you have. So take note, it does not represent the majority of people living in Dubai. It's just obviously a handful of really rich and wealthy personalities, which, honestly, I can't help but envy. Very honest, I just can't.
Well, what's interesting is, so first of all, Twitter is hating the show. Twitter in general, as always, they're just, they're saying it's obscene wealth. It's too much. They hate this contrast.
Yeah.
And then, but one woman, because my thought is, if you're going on the show and you're showing everything you have, are you aware of what everyone else has? Like this is dreams for some people.
Yeah.
But one woman was just like, she's I'm aware of how lucky I am. I grew up in like basically a middle class environment in the UK, and I just got lucky. And she was like, rich people she just got lucky. So that was kind of her summary of it. But you see, Money Kicks is on the show getting his cars wrapped. You have Abu Saha, who's the entrepreneurial Indian expat who spent millions and millions of dirham on the number 5 number plate.
Oh, right, yeah.
But the thing is, I sometimes look at Dubai as, we've spoken about it before, as like the New York. So like, this is what people dream of wealth, because it means comfort. And this is not how people live in Dubai in general.
Yeah.
That's how some people live. And they live wild lives. And it's kind of cool to have a little binoculars in.
Yeah, I mean, we love to hate, but we love to watch these things. I mean, we don't stand by them. We don't, it annoys us to see such opulence and wealth, but at the same time, that's what we want to see. We want to see and we want to hate and we want to talk about them, and we just want to, compare our lives to them and go like, they have it so easy. But that's what the show makers obviously know what's going to sell, and they know that people, even though they'll hate, they'll want to watch more. Like, you will still want to see the next episode and see what else is lined up.
It really documents the rich and poor divide. Like, it's just like, your heart is broke for some of the stories of the staff in the show, and then you see, the insane wealth of their employers. And it's just crazy.
But we love to watch the rich. I mean, that is the cold reality of society. We love to watch wealth and the rich doing their things, like the Kardashians, selling sunsets, like countless shows. Like Emily in Paris, it's all about fashion at the end of the day. Like, there's no substance to the show. It's just fashion.
Good point.
Anyway, moving on to the UAE temperatures. Now, UAE temperatures dropped to 3.4 degrees Celsius on Thursday morning, which is today morning. Now, this morning at 5:15 a.m. UAE local time, the UAE recorded its lowest temperatures at Jebel Jais in Ras Al Khaimah, as the temperature dipped to 3.4 degrees Celsius. And the National Center of Meteorology, NCM, took to socials to report light rain over Ras Al Khaimah and some parts of Abu Dhabi. Now, also for those wondering about the weather in Dubai over the next couple of days, we are here to confirm that the rainy days have come to an end for now, and the country will continue. Well, Casey loves that.
I woke up this morning, it was sunny, and I was like, finally, I'm back to why I'm here.
Oh, I woke up and I'm like, oh, no rain. No rain dance.
Don't worry, next year, 2023.
No, there's expected to be more cloud seeding this year, guys.
Okay, tell us.
Sorry, some bad news for you. But the good news is that the country will continue to experience fresh to strong winds, with speeds reaching up to 50 to 60 kilometers per hour, and with temperatures across the city dropping to 14 to 17 degrees Celsius 6 p.m. onwards in the evening time. So
it's not that cold.
Oh, what?
14 to 17?
I don't know what your body is accustomed to, but
14 to 17. As
soon as it goes 24 degrees Celsius, I am shivering. I have like 24.
That's what the rain brings.
Oh.
That's what the rain is. It means the temperature drops, so it's colder.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine till the rain is there, but at least when the sun is out, like, do something. Do your job. Make it warm.
Simran has spoken, son.
Are you listening?
This is where we pop up the sun on the screen.
Are we doing that?
So what day is it today? Guys, I cannot get used to these new weeks. I really can't. I don't know if it's Wednesday, I don't know if it's Thursday, I don't know which way is up, but that's what the new week brings.
Tomorrow's supposed to be our off, Casey. What is happening? It's supposed to be Friday tomorrow. Like,
what day is it today?
Today's Thursday.
Okay, so one more day of the week. That's fine.
Yes.
We can make it, although it feels like, yeah, we can make it. We can do it. Is that it for us on the Love and Dubai show?
I think it is.
Thank you for tuning in. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe, wash your hands.
Not same place.
Ah!